brain. Okay, the tentorium cerebelli is the thin fold of dura mater that separates the cerebral cortex from the cerebellum. So cerebellum contains two cerebellar hemisphere united in the midline by vermis. The cerebellum is otherwise called as little brain. It is also called as silent area. Why it is called as silent area? So earlier, by stimulating certain areas of the brain, they mapped the function of that particular area. When the motor cortex was stimulated, the person was executing some motor activity. When the sensory cortex was stimulated, the person was feeling some sensation. But when cerebellum was stimulated, the person was neither sensing anything, he was not having any sensory signals, or he was not executing any motor activity. That's why cerebellum is called as the silent area. Still, whenever there is damage to the cerebellum, there is gross impairment in execution of the motor activity. Cerebellum occupies 10% of the brain volume, but the surface area is very, very high. It contains more than half the total number of neurons. 40 times more axons project into cerebellum than exit. That means it receives lot of information and the output is very, very less. But this output is very, very important in executing the motor activity. It receives lot of input, it does lot of processing, and final output is very, very crucial in executing the motor activities. How cerebellum is going to have the coordination, or how it is going to execute the motor activity? Still, when stimulated, it is not going to produce any sensation, or it is not per se going to initiate a motor activity. Still, the role of cerebellum is very important in motor activities. It helps in sequencing the motor activities. It monitors and makes correct adjustment of motor activity so that the command conforms with the final act. For example, this is an object. The cerebral cortex is giving a command